Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me on the 8th episode of my playthrough of Feed the Beast's Minecraft Modpack Academy. Now, if you're new to this series, I am doing a basic run-through of the modpack as it's designed to walk new players through how to use some of the most common mods that FTB modpacks use. If this is your first time with the series, thank you so much for joining. You can find a link to the playlist in the description down below. Otherwise, just sit back and relax. In our previous episode, we continued working on Botania, checked out the Twilight Forest, and realized that we could really use some better armor. Today, we want to get further into the Twilight Forest, but we also need that better armor. I'm thinking Mana Steel and Terra Steel going forward, as well as showing off a few automation and build projects that I've been working offline during the last week. And if we have some extra time, we might even get into making our first automated mob grinder. Fun. But without further ado, remember to light up the cave so the nasties can't sneak up on you. Do your best to get mending on that pickaxe. Pay no attention to the hissing spiders behind you that cannot get to you, at least not for now. And let's cue that intro.
All I need is me, myself, and I. Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
Alright, so we've got, well, that's how they get you, of course. But we have been working, I've been working offline. You can see actually quite a bit more experience since I was last in. Just been working here every once in a while, but I've actually done quite a few build projects that I'm proud to actually show you folks coming soon. But let's first kill some of these guys. As you can tell, as you can hear from the sound here, this is not the most efficient of grinders. It does the job, it does the work, but it could be better. So if we have time today, one of the things I'd like to do is actually show you a build I have in mind, or actually do a build while we're here. But let's go ahead and grab my last little go-ahead. I haven't been here for very long, but definitely wanted to clear out some of those guys. But let's go ahead and go back home, and you can see some of the work that I've done recently. Now, as you can see, definitely done a little bit of work, and oh goodness, the lag. Alright, so yeah, done a little bit of work to clear things out and make things a little bit more open, and definitely wanted to consolidate here. So rather than having that extra wood storage over right up on this line here, I actually went for the storage drawers and I beefed them up significantly. Actually did a lot of grinding to get the upgrades. Also, oh yeah, I guess I should show some of that off. Let's go ahead and do that, get that, and yes, okay, just double checking if you something there. Alright, and where are you? Oh, right there, staring me in the face. So, one thing I did is I did add Silk Touch using materials in U. I added Silk Touch to my hoe because I wanted to get that. So I had to make a Silky Jewel. I wanted to get grass. I don't know where that came from, but so Silky Jewel. Show you that. Remember, you can always get to these by going into the JEI and looking up what you're trying to make. Silky Jewel is essentially silky cloth surrounding an emerald. Yes, I did find emeralds, and did that actually through some villager trades, which we'll get to. But the silky cloth is just gold surrounded by string. We got plenty of string because we have our spider grinder, and gold we have from our mining and smelting. So that was relatively easy to make. I also made the storage upgrades. Essentially on each of my storage, I still don't have enough diamonds, especially considering I wanted to make some Terra Steel, which I didn't make because of how long it takes. I didn't use diamonds for upgrades to storage, but I did do gold upgrades, which is just 2 gold ingots, an upgrade template, and some sticks. Very easy to make. So I made a whole bunch of those. Also made sure to, let's see, where is he? Bear with me. I also added the, Why is it not showing? Upgrade. There we go. Status upgrade. I also made some, which that took some redstone. I mean, nether quartz we've got in the nether. Stone is easy. Redstone torch is easy. We've got plenty of that. So essentially, on each of these drawers, these hoppers rather, I actually silk touched some grass to make the actual trees a little faster. I also went and made these drawers significantly more powerful. See how do I remind me how I go? Yeah. So basically, just made a whole bunch of storage upgrades and stats upgrades. Used the key to actually get a count, so now I have a running count. Also made myself another drawer controller, so I can just dump stuff here. Did go back to Twilight Forest, got a Twilight Oak sapling, got a canopy tree, and Twilight Mangrove. That actually nearly killed me, because apparently there's an area with mosquitoes that make you super hungry. But I was able to get a couple of the saplings for that. Also decided to, while in the nether, found some magma slime saplings, so I was able to actually get this started. So we have plenty of slime now. And I went to one of the floating slime islands and got myself some purple. Have not been able to find a blue slime island just yet, but we'll get it. I'm sure we'll get to that eventually. Other than that, just went around, did some searching, got an update on all the various the few trees that I didn't have yet. Got some mostly. I think all I was missing, actually now that I think about it, of the standard trees was the jungle sapling. But again, I just kind of consolidated all this, and I got room for a little bit of growth if need be. Beyond that, I wanted to actually add a little bit of extra to some of my tools. Specifically, you probably saw in here, yeah, I made a bow and arrow, so I now actually have distance weapon. That's one of the things I really kind of needed when I was in the Twilight Forest, especially when I was in that mining area. This basically has it spiky prickly. It works like thorns. It just basically makes my arrows a little more harmful, as does having spiky and prickly on them themselves. That also makes it so the cactus is the primary repair that I use. So I only need this one arrow. It has durability, specifically ammo, just like any other item. And that I can go in here and get additional cactus from. This was one of my first builds this last week. It's kind of hard to see from here. We'll actually go upside to see a larger version, or the upside version of it. Standard template that I've used on Skyblocks before. It's not the most efficient, but it can run pretty much independently without issue, and it gets me a steady flow of cactus. So, useful. Alright. No other major builds. This I did here. Actually, no, I think this was since we last went off. I decided that I wanted it to make... I wanted to start working on enchanting. I had a grinder now. I wanted to start working on enchanting weapons and armor, but realized that Tinker's construct weapons cannot be enchanted, and well, armor enchants are really rough to come by. So this is a project I started, and I gave up really quickly because I tried to make enchantments, and the only thing I've gotten so far decent is one Unbreaking 3 enchantment book. This was going to be me dumping a whole bunch of experience into here, and I have a possible workaround for that in the coming future, but we'll look at that in a moment. This is of course standard vanilla build for an enchant area. So nothing else really in here beyond that. I think you guys have all seen this part. I'm pretty sure I've had all this before. But next, when I realized that, okay, this is not going to be an efficient way to handle enchantments, I remembered this is 1.12.2. Villager breeding is still relatively easy here, so I can actually use automated villager breeding to facilitate that. And you can probably see in my little mini map, in fact, yeah, you can see the breeder base and you can see the breeder sorter. I don't have an actual vendor base yet. That's coming soon, but I will actually go ahead and show that to you now. So first off, oh, hi there, eggs. Let's go ahead and go upstairs here, and I'll show you. Well, look this way because I don't want you to see the project just yet. You got a little bit of a preview of it there, but this is actually a build that you can use in your survival plays, or in Skyblock games where you aren't allowed to, or you don't have any sort of automated way to pick up them. This is a great workaround for that. Let's jump over here. There we go. Thank you. So essentially all it is you've got running water that has sources in each of the corners. The sources essentially are, it's a 9x9 grid, just like with good farming plots. And then you've got a 7x7 spaced out grid of cactus on sand. I have the cactus on top of wooden, I'm trying to think here, on wooden fences. Don't know why the word left me. And then, of course, glass surrounding the empty block on top of the cactus, so that when the cactus grows, that portion immediately breaks. This is not fully lossless. Honestly, fully lossless is difficult to make with cactus, and I don't have a terrible need, so efficiency is not as important there for me. So yes, we have our breeder sorter here. We'll look at that in a moment, but let's go ahead and look at our breeder base. And I need to get on the other side of this fence here. I do have it fenced in because, well, zombies are an issue. So what I have here, and yes, this is a massive carrot farm for one thing. Let's see, can we do this? All right. So I have an entire 4x4 chunk carved out here. I went to the specific chunk lines, which you can do by F3G, and I mapped out 4 full chunks. That way I have plenty of room, and I make sure that this contraption, which I got offline, you can do a search for 1.12.2 villager breeders and find this and other similar setups. Let's go ahead and turn off that. Then I set up so I set up this particular contraption. What I did is basically I got about 3 villagers, this guy and these 2 down here, and set them up in my breeder. And I brought them over via, so I can jump. Can I make the jump? I'm horrible at parkour. There we go. Essentially, I put them in. I got them in mine carts, and kind of just drove them over here. I've broken up the rest of that, but that actually all went all the way over to here, where I had a little bit of a finagled spiral deal that let me drop him in there and drop those 2 in there. And then as I bred more, I brought those up until I had my 8 down here and 1 up there. Now, what does this do? Essentially, this guy right here detects the doors above. This is the village where he lives. Where he lives alone. Where he lives, and turns on whether or not the villagers can breed. Right now, he's 1 block too low, so this device is turned off. What I need to do then is make sure my villagers are all fed. We'll go ahead and dump this all here, so I can do that, because they do need to be fed to be happy, because if they're not happy they will not breed. So we'll go ahead And just double check. Okay, I guess, yeah. Okay, that tells me that they're fine for feeding. So let's go ahead and turn on the machine. So by moving that block up by 1, he is now in range of those doors, so he can now actually verify or validate that this chunk is part of a village. And as long as those are the only doors in a proper radius, these guys can start breeding. Now, I'm going to pause, and we're going to come back as soon as we start seeing these guys get a little lovey-dovey. And there we go. If you saw those hearts, they're now lovey-dovey. And so they should start dropping in the next couple minutes. There we go. You saw a little baby drop. And he's a brown coat. He's a farmer type. Not what we're looking for. We are looking for a specific type. But what this does is that guy now will go to our sorter. We'll go visit that in a moment. I will go ahead and turn off the machine because I don't need any new villages right now, and I will not be where they can go. Now, I've got the carrot farm here because if I want to, I can actually go through and harvest all these carrots and have plenty of food for my breeders. So we now go back to the sorter here. Now, I'm using the metal doors because they're higher security wise. If I'm not mistaken, zombies can't break through them and can't open via button, and similarly the villagers can't get out because they will not use buttons either. So these are some of the bred villagers I found. Unfortunately, most of what I'm getting are clerics, armorer, but these will still have potentially decent trades for me. Specifically the trades for emeralds. But cartographer is a good one because cartographer I can get some basic, but again what I'm looking for particularly is librarians. Those will be white coats as well. Librarians will actually get me what I'm needing. Now, the reason why you see some of these have names, I want to do that for verification purposes, because if this chunk gets unloaded while I'm online, there's a possibility that these villagers, since they do not have an actual village, will despawn. A mob that has a name tag, which I've gotten a few via trades, and I believe we can even make them. Yeah, we can make them by dropping a book and quill in a mana pool over an alchemy catalyst, which I have one of those. The secondary mana pool that I created earlier. Pardon me. So I have a means as well to make those outside of trades. But so what we do here, the reason why we have these guys all the way from over there, we're about, I want to say about 5 chunks, maybe even more, from the breeder, is because, well, eventually if we don't want to keep these guys, we don't want to keep them around here. So do we actually want these trades? Well, zombie flesh gets 1. That's not a really great trade. But the thing is, if we kill them, they remember, and yeah, it's not wholly great, but that's what we're gonna do. We don't want any of these guys. That's the name of this. So what I will do, and I will not make you guys wait for all this, is what I'm going to do is essentially start breeding. I'll sit over there and idle and let them eventually breed up, and as soon as I get the ones I need, the librarians I want for enchantment books, I'll pass them over. And so that's what one of my next projects is going to be, is to probably over there, another good 100 blocks away, I'll actually make a vendor area for the guys that I choose to keep, and they'll actually come out from a doorway over here. But that's in the future. So that's another one of the building projects I mentioned. Now, another one I want to do, and I'm not going to take you there right now because honestly, the moment I go there, I'm going to get wrecked, is I finally found a blaze spawner in the nether. I found myself a nether fortress, and on that nether fortress I found myself a blaze spawner, so I have an idea for a really great blaze grinder. Problem is, at this time I do not have the proper gear to handle a blaze grinder. So although I have it, I do have it bookmarked, it was mostly a bookmark and run at this time. But should I be lucky enough to actually figure out, and I've got some ideas about a possible mod grinder. This is something I haven't done before, but I did some research and I had some successful tests on my separate test server. So I think if I'm able to do it properly, we'll be able to actually do some good there. Now, checking one more thing real quick. Yes, we are still live. Want to make sure that I was actually recording. Sorry about that. Alright, so like I mentioned, what I wanted to do next was I wanted to actually do some work on better armor. And for better armor, let's put these here for now. I'll come back to those. What I need is, ultimately what I want is Terra Steel armor. Reason being is we have, the 20% less cost on mana cost on mana tools and rods are on okay, but regen, even if hunger isn't topped off, passive mana generation on mana tablets, okay, that's great. But we have knockback resistance, we have, so we have decent armor, especially compared to what we already have. No, actually, that is not better. Oh wait, no, that's about the same. 8 to 3, so it's a little bit better. 3 to 3, that's better. Legging 6 to 3, 6 to 1, that's better. And, well, of course those are better, but they're not slime based, but that's fine. However, to make Terra Steel helmets, we need Mana Steel helmets. Mana Steel requires Mana Steel ingots, which we've got. The other thing we need is Rune of Spring, Rune of Summer, Rune of Autumn, and Rune of Winter, which I should have at least some of them, and if I don't, we'll make them. So that's what we're going to focus on right now. So let's double check our runes. That's not runes. Here we go. So Rune of Spring, Rune of Summer. I do not have a Rune of Autumn, nor do I have a Rune of Winter. So let's Lexica Botanica. Okay, it's not here, but Rune of Autumn. For that, we're going to need any 3 leaves, Rune of Air, Rune of Fire, and a Spider Eye. Easy. Rune of Air, Rune of Fire. Well, let's actually, before we do that, and Rune of Winter. We need a cake for Rune of Winter, which, okay, well, actually, that shouldn't be too hard to make. Okay. Yeah, that's not as hard. I've got cows. Why am I even thinking it's going to be hard? Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves... Okay, let's get ourselves some milk. We'll get our 3 milk. We need 3 wheat. Okay, see. 3 wheat, an egg, 2 sugar, and 3 milk. Is that sugar? No, it's salt. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And wheat. 1, 2, 3. Make our sugar. Okay, we got sugar. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We've got that. So we'll go ahead and make our cake. Got it? Alright, we got our cake. So we also needed rune of earth, rune of water, white wool, snow. I don't have snow. Oh, do I have... Pure daisy? So, water. Interesting. So I've got pure daisies. So if I put water between two, bucket of water between two pure between a pure or next to a pure daisy, does it become snow? Let's find out. That may actually be a heck of a lot easier. Oh, let's get the spider eye first. I keep being so forgetful. Okay. Got our spider eye. I should check if I have water and earth. I should have water and earth in there. But do I? Water. Rune of earth. Yay. Okay, so we've got those. We're good there. Okay, so we've got... Oh, dagnabbit. Snow, snow, wool. Okay. I need the white wool, and I need the 3 leaves. If my head was not attached to my shoulders... White wool. Yes? No, white wool. White wool. Yes? White wool, okay. And we need 3 leaves. Let's get something that I have more of. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. These should be pure daisies. So we'll put... afraid of putting the first block. That was done. Okay, so that did not work the way I hoped it would. Live and learn, right? Let's put you guys back. Okay. We got pure daisy. Let's actually... No, that's not working. That didn't work either. I do not understand. Okay. Nope. Okay, I really need my Lexica Botanica. Where is it? Okay. Nope, that's not what I needed. Okay. Generating flora. Nope. Pure daisy. Okay, so yeah, so it says a few other blocks can be purified by placing them around the flower. While not as unique and essential as the living blocks, perhaps this might come in handy. So, but when I used it, Okay, let's try... I don't have my pickaxe. Sorry about this, folks. Learning as I go. And this is not something that I tried on my test server prior. So let's see what happens if take this. Take our pure daisy and place water. No, so that's not going to work. What if, okay, how about this? What if we put the daisy here and running water? That looks like it's doing something. Might take a little bit of time. This may take a little bit of time, so we'll let that just do its own thing. Alright, well, while we let that do its own thing, let's do, alright. Rune of Autumn was 3 leaves, air, fire, and spider eye. We will need 1 living rock, and we'll need the wand. Where did the wand go? Is it down here too? Yes. Okay. Because we need coal. Of course we do. Okay, so you're going there. I don't know why I have to do this manually. That's stinking annoying. Okay, yeah, so. But that's how it's going to be. There we go. Alright, so those are now pointing at the altar. So, boom, fire, air, spider eye. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have that. Now let's go ahead and get some coal. Okay. This will make this easy. Alright. And yeah, that should be fine. Should be more than enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And whatever's left. Oh, there's the snow. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we know it's running. It has to be running water. Okay, so not quite yet, but close. There we go. We've got our ring, or we got our autumn, and then the other one, Rune of Winter. Okay, let's go ahead and get our snow. can get some more snow that way. Technically, it's just a never-ending font of snow. Alright, for Rune of Winter, we needed water, earth, pie, or cake. Water, earth. Earth. Cake. Snow and wool. Okay, so and we need our living rock. There we go. And we'll now you are going to go a little further down, not that far down. There we go. You're going to go into that one, and you, sir, are going to go into that one. Okay. So you can get their leftover, whatever the leftover mana is, over there. Alright, so next steps. We're going to get our... see what we can get with what mana skill I do have, what we can get. Let's go ahead and throw this in there, because I don't need that right now. Alright, so that's a Mana Steel helmet. These are Mana Steel boots. Mana Steel chest plate. And Mana Steel legs. So, okay, that took care of that. We'll go ahead and put the rest of the Mana Steel back. Guess I was a little overzealous making that. Alright, so, then. Okay, come on, guys. Let's get all of the excess stuff out of my inventory for the time being, thank you. Oh, I guess I had some additional coal in there. Or no, that's... Yeah, I had some additional coal in there. Oh well. These things you don't remember. Alright. So, we now wanted to get our Terra Steel. I don't know that I have enough Terra Steel currently for everything, but Terra Steel helmet is... we need 2 living wood twigs, Rune of Spring. That's right. So I need my autumn, summer, not water, not fire, spring, and winter. Okay. Living wood twigs. We'll go ahead and grab some living. Oh, and I'll get to why that got filled out. I did not attack a Naga. I did not do something I wasn't supposed to do beforehand, but not sure why I got credit for living wood, because I already had living wood. But so I should have some living wood now. Yeah, okay. So if I remember correctly, living wood twigs come from 2 living wood. There we go. Alright, so for the Mana Steel or Terra Steel helmet, alright, yeah, that's right, I need to get the Terra Steel, which I made about 17, so I don't think I have enough for the full set just yet, but we will make do. How do you get a Mana Steel helmet of revealing? Okay, not sure what all that's about, but okay, so we do have enough for that. So we now have a Terra Steel helm, Terra Steel chest plate. I need more living wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need total 6. Let's try that again. So Terra Steel chest. There we go. Terrasteel leggings. And Terrasteel boots. So we did have enough. Yay! With 5 to spare. Excellent. I didn't actually count so beforehand, so. Alright, so we'll now go ahead and look spiffy. Still don't know how to repair these, but don't I look fancy? Oh, that's the back. I'm showing him on the back side. There we go. Hi. pretty cool though. If I don't say, yeah, pretty cool. All right, now check one thing. Just checking time. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. Now, obviously, this is not of itself going to cut it. We still need to actually get some enchants on this armor, because by itself it's not going to be sufficient. Hate to say it that way, but it really is one of those situations where we want to make sure that we are fully ready. So, as I mentioned, I went ahead, or I want to make a mob grinder. Well, one of the things I did during my offline time while I was gathering... Oh, yeah, let's actually go and get all the other stuff that I can throw away over here. What are you doing over here? Let's grab the extra stuff here. Sugar. Yeah. Marble, don't. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Grab the additional coal, grab you. Don't need you out here. Oh, that's where the rest of that went. Okay. So let's go ahead and clean up some of this. And this is going to be my next major project I want to do. Is I want to figure out a better inventory system in this, because I don't like this inventory system I've got right now. Oh, are we out of fuel? We are out of fuel. Well, isn't it nice that I just dropped some coal blocks? I think that's coal block, or that's basalt. Yeah, it's block of coal. Okay. Didn't I have more? I could have sworn I had more. No, you're basalt. You're black wool. Oh well. Okay, actually I'll just do 1 and 2. That wasn't 2, but that's okay. Alright, so let's get back to cooking some eggs. And get rid of the rest of that. Okay, so get ourselves some food. Get rid of some of the unnecessary gear we don't need to take with us. I want to have you on hand. Don't need you. Always want torches. And let's go ahead. I don't care. Let's go to the Twilight Woods. So, I did come back here. I know that I was not as prepared as I thought I could be, but I did come back and find that mine that I previously went to, and to see if I can find... Where is my map point for... No, that's the underground mine that I played around in, which that was kind of fun too, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, you're over there. Okay. So it's in that same direction, but oh, there it is. Okay. And I didn't bring my slime spoon. Remember what I said about if my head wasn't attached already? Excuse me. Keep going there. Okay. Slime Sling and Blood Boots. And we will put the Blood Boots on for a moment. And we will go back. Find our bearings again. Okay. Let's travel to our mine. The nice thing about the Twilight Forest is on the overworld portion of it, nothing actually spawns. Only below ground. So this part, or nothing hostile. There are no hostile mobs here. So anyways, here is the area, the mining dome that we came to previously, or we're pretty darn close to it at the very least. Just gotta find our entrance. But what I did is I went in and I lit the whole place up and just kind of finished marking it out. Now, so there are still some mobs here, but the majority of them I was able to successfully get rid of. There was this here that I discovered, and I mentioned that I had that quest, which is defeat the Naga. That's because there was a Naga skull in here. When I picked it up, it auto-completed the quest for me, even though I did not fight a Naga yet. I don't know where a Naga is to fight one. Excuse me. That's where I was. So, what I want to do, though, is you see here that I have a red-capped goblin spawner. In this space, I want to create a mob grinder. A full-on automated mob grinder using the features in the quest book. Essentially mob masher and fans, which basically would want to have a masher, or a masher in the center, would want to have a absorber to pick up the drops, and fans to blow all of the mobs there. There are a couple things that I discovered while playing around with the idea. First, and all of them being, or most of them being under mob, what is it? Mob grinding. Excuse me. I really do apologize, folks. One, entity conveyors. Relatively inexpensive, especially now that I've got slime generation going on. It's just some iron, which I got plenty of, redstone, and slime balls. A mob masher, which is a little spendy. Block of redstone, iron spikes, which are just some iron swords, and a block of iron. And then 3 diamonds. And I just need to make one of these. I only need one of these for my purposes. We would have a, and this is a great part. We can create a singularity tank, which just requires an Eye of Ender, which is just blaze powder and an Ender Pearl. I don't have many Ender Pearls, but I think this would be a good use of it. And these singularity tanks, which are really inexpensive, hold liquid XP, and then we just tap it to turn that into experience orbs. We use this to drain it from us, and we use this to pull it back out for when we need experience points, which we will need experience points for our engineering plants. Oh, and I hear a skeleton somewhere, or something. Ah, there was a creeper. Hello, Mr. Creeper. You're not welcome. But yeah, rather than running the risk of losing all my XP when I die, I can just use a mob grinder with these, go in, we can use a mob absorber, or, yeah, we can use actually an absorber. No, it's not an absorber. Is it? Guess when it was a... What is that? No, that's... And that is used... There's a specific hopper type. An absorption hopper. Unless do I not have access to it yet? Now this is what I played around with it before, but there's a... I know that I saw it before. Because that's what this... Yeah, here it is. Yeah, absorption hopper. Oh. I don't have... Oh, that is unfortunate. The absorption hopper does not have a... Oh, that's unfortunate, because this is a really useful thing. It's OP as heck, but this can be used to actually turn, or actually vacuum up XP orbs and vacuum up items, and then move the items into one channel and the orbs into another. So because the mob grinder does leave orbs, so I would need to have a means to actually have the orbs come to me. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I didn't check into that. I just had the idea from another mod pack that I had been watching someone use. Oh, so really, but I think they've disabled it. So, but yeah, what I can do then is I can create a channel to push all the items and such out to me while I'm standing near the grinder. It's doable. It's annoying, but it's doable. Okay, but that's okay. That's okay. Sigh. And then of course we got our mob fans, which again, not too expensive actually. Not too expensive at all. And those can be powered just like with the mob grinder. They can be powered with a lever, so they don't need they don't need RF, they don't need a direct circuit, although you can create one if you want. Then all we would do is we just use upgrades to make them work faster for the fans, and these are great. These are a little spendy, but the nice thing about these is, like, for the masher you get sharpness, basically does more damage. You've got looting, increases the actual drops. You've got fire aspect, which makes them die faster. You've got smite, which would be useful if you're going against undead mobs. You know, arthropods for spiders, and beheading if you really wanted mob heads. And you can actually stack do a stack of 10 of each of these on your grinder if you want. So there's that. And like I said, that's one of the things I want to try to work on, and I will basically make myself a space where I can just sit and take a load off and just idle and let them build up. Because even though I will not have access, sadly, now it appears, to the item absorber, so I won't have access to the morbs, or to the experience orbs, I will still have access to the other tools, or the solid experience. But yeah, so mined out this entire place. As you notice, there's pretty much almost no normal ores. I went through and I cleared this place out. I had fun. I killed everything, lit it up like a Christmas tree so that minimal mob spawning happened, and yeah, I gathered a lot. So let's go ahead and grab as much of this as I can. This is just basically all the drops, all the mining I did, and I still need you. Don't want you to go in there. I am going to upgrade my backpack soon. And yeah, let's not forget this one. But I wanted you guys to see that, to see, that this is what I've been doing. Yes, I actually have been getting this content, this the resources I've been using. I'll go ahead and jump home. Drop what I can in there. Hi there, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, skeletons and all that. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, it looks like I am out. Or I need to put some more upgrades here. Okay, and then we'll empty this out. And again. Don't mind me, just lots of little things right now. Torchberries we need. Torchberries, we actually do want torchberries because we want to make that magic map. So we'll go back, and for that, there we go. Teleport. Grab. Apologies for the slightly boring, but been waiting to bring these home. Oh, ow. Well, hello. No, was that a smart thing to do? No. Why'd you attack me, big guy? You should have known better. Okay, we'll go back home. Black quartz I can't. Oh, that's right. I had that. Okay. Oh, I should. So, okay, and living root, okay. Or live roots. So, okay. And there we go. Oh, something also I learned, these experience orbs. If we have them in our inventory, shift click, it consumes all the entire stack in our hand. Which is useful. And it's going to be useful for what I plan next, because I am going to make an experience drain, and I also am going to make an experience. Basically, I'm going to have a series, I'm under here probably, I'm going to have a place where I can just kind of sit here, drain all my XP, and then a series of tanks that the XP will flow into under the floor here that will lead up to here. And, in fact, actually, the other thing I need to double check is, was it conduit? No. What was, okay. For the fluid ducts, that's right, it's servo, because I will need to make a bunch of fluiducts and servos, which, yeah, not too hard to make, so that I can actually have, again, a series of tanks that the experience can flow into and out of. But that I will probably do offline, but I'll be sure to show my work. But that'll give me a place to, offload any XP that I have, so I'm not using it when I don't need to. And that way I can start creating more books, because I definitely want to have the specific enchants that I want on my items here. So, okay, and all right, you guys need to go. Let's go ahead and why don't we make some iron? Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, see, that's that Naga scale that tripped me up. We'll put the Naga scale here. I don't have anything other ironwood stuff yet. I really wish I could melt these down. I really do. Wait, why did oh, because I don't have green slime. There we go. Apparently not. So there. Alright. So. There you go. Blood. That item absorber going away really does irk me. Get rid of the blood. And that's it. All right. And how much molten iron do we have? 23 blocks. Might as well do the rest of it and actually cook it offline. I won't force you folks to sit around and wait for that. Ah, we got it. We're gonna have a full tank. Haha. Alright, the last thing that I wanted to do was actually tool-based. You know what? We will actually look into that later, because that's something I want to do. Yeah, don't want to do it at the moment. Was there anything else that we wanted to do, though? Yeah, you know what? Actually, we've only got 10 more minutes left of the hour, so I'm going to actually call it here rather than drag this on. We've got plenty that we can do later, but for now we'll go ahead and call this episode. As always, if you like what I do, please do me a favor and help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you like or dislike this video. Make sure that you click the subscribe button, that you click the notification bell for notices of new videos. You can do just this particular playlist, you can do relevant videos to you, or you can do all videos. I appreciate anyone that you do. Those interactions do help. And of course, make sure that you comment, give me your ideas, tell me what you want to see, or if you get criticisms or things you'd like to say positively, I always appreciate your commentary when I get it. But with that said, I hope this is as much fun for you as it is for me. And as always, game on, lovelies.